Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Anggraini. You should call me Anggi, and I would like to tell you about after 20 years story. Okay everyone, let's get started. Okay everyone, first intrinsic elements. There are characters, plot, conflict, setting, and the last theme. In characters, there are Jimmy Wells, Silky Bob, and the plainclothes police officer. Plot summary: the story is introduced with the first character, a policeman making his rounds on the dark, windy, rainy streets of New York, rattling doorknobs as he checks everything is secure on his bed. It is here we meet the second character. As the policeman approaches, has man standing in a doorway of a hardware store. This character is Bob, and Bob's explain his reason as to why he is standing on the street at that time of night. 20 years ago, Bob and his best friend Jimmy agreed to meet at that exact spot at 10 o'clock at night. As Bob relates his tale, it is come to light that Bob and Jimmy have chosen two different paths in life. Bob moved away to the west to seek fortune, while Jimmy chose to stay in New York City. After hearing Bobby's story, the police officer, who noticeably has not been given a name, goes on his way. Soon, Bob is approached by the third and final character in the story, who greets Bob as his old friend Jimmy. Together, they walk down the street to find a place to eat, but it is during this time that the light shines on Jimmy's face and Bob notices it is not his friend. The surprise climax is then revealed as this man tells Bob he is under arrest and has him a note. As Bob reads this note, is then the plot is unfolded as he realizes that he did meet his old friend Jimmy at the right time in the right place, as he was in fact the first policeman who stopped to talk to him on the street. Knowing he was a criminal, yet unable to arrest his friend, the policeman walks away and asks a random bystander to confront Bob instead. Conflict. First, this internal conflict arises between friendship and duty within the character of Jimmy Wells. Second, the external conflict has to do with the 20 years that have passed since the two men have seen one another. People change a lot in 20 years, and both men have no idea what to look for in a physical appearance. Third, the main conflict is in the police officer. He promised to meet his old friend 20 years earlier, and he was there. It was a testament to their friendship that both men were there, but he realized when the man lit the match that his whole friend was a criminal who was wanted in Chicago. Setting. The story takes place in USA, New York around 10 at night. Theme. First, friendship. Second, loyalty. And the last is thirst. Analyzing plot. Introduction. The setting of the dark street in New York is introduced and the characters of Bob and Jimmy are described. Rising action. Bob's tension is increased as he waits for his longtime friend who has not shown up on time. Bob sees the policeman walking up the street, explains his situation, then the policeman walked away. Next, a tall man walked up to Bob, giving him the assumption that is Jimmy. This man and Bob walked down the road and Bob sees the man in front of the bright lights of a drugstore. Climax. Bob realizes the man is not Jimmy. Following action, the man tells Bob he is under arrest and hands him a note. Resolution. Bob reads the note and realizes that the policeman he spoke to earlier was in fact his old friend Jimmy. And the last moral message. First, don't ever run away in problem and deal with it. Second, don't ever be in that wrong place at the wrong time and your life will become restless. And last, never underestimate anyone, including your own friends, because we don't know what the future holds. Okay everyone, thank you very much for your attention. Sorry if I have mistake for the video and PPT. And the last I say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you on the next video everyone.